Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this is a reading for the energy of Aquarius. Microphone. This arm is just annoying. I need to get a new arm. All right. Okay, let's see. So today I am using 3 decks, but for your reading, Aquarius, we're going to use the Tarot Tarot, beautiful backs, and we're also going to use the Bonestone Tarot. Okay, so, and I'll pull an oracle card for you at the end. So this is, I'm going to use the Bonestone as our 3 main energies. Now, this is for all placements in Aquarius, not just sun, moon, and rising. And I would also like to tell you, even though you may not have a planet or a star in Aquarius, you do have a house in Aquarius. So you do have this energy available to you. And at any point, you can call upon this energy to help you through a certain situation, or, you know, just to use that energy to get you through life or to change perspective. Because, you know, Aquarians have a very special energy. They look out, they think outside the box, right? They see things in a different way, that almost in a magical way. And so sometimes that's often needed, especially in a creative space or when trying to solve a problem. We need to be able to look at things in a creative manner. And that is the beauty of Aquarius. All right. Let's see what's going on with you, Aquarius. So we've got the 4 of Wands in reverse. We've got the 9 of Cups. And we have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so those are my 3 main energies. Now I'm going to pull 9 cards from Tarot Tarot, and that's going to give us some more information about these 3 cards up at the top. Okay. Now I do some shuffling. I clear the deck with my knocks, and I also do a split here. I've not read many times with this Tarot Tarot, but I do admire the art. And I have a friend named Elizabeth over at the More Intuitive Me on YouTube, and she uses this deck, which inspired me to buy it for myself. So the art is really soft, and it seems like the readings come across very straight and to the point, which is what we like and need. Okay, so we've got the 6 of Wands here in reverse. We've got the Star in reverse. We've got the Sun in reverse. We've got the Lovers upright. Wow, 3 major arcana in a row, Aquarius. See, I told you, you have this special energy. We've got the Knight of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, bottom row, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana. Another major arcana, we got the Empress, and then the Ace of Wands in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune is also in reverse as well. Okay, so let me sit with this just a bit. I mean, with all these majors, there's a very strong message here. So you've got 5 majors. And at the bottom of the deck of the Bonestone Tarot, we have the Moon in reverse. So technically, you've got 6 majors here. And of the 6, 2 majors are upright. Okay, that's the Empress and the Lovers. Okay, so there's some creative energy. There's a connection, a creative energy that's working here. With the Moon being in reverse in the bottom of the deck, it feels like there might be something that's either coming clear for you, or you need to dive a little bit deeper. So then we have the Sun, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune. in reverse, along with the moon too. So those three luminaries you have in reverse. So I feel like there might be a little bit lack of clarity, kind of a lack of direction with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, I hear the Wheel of Fortune is a hard card to read in reverse because basically the wheel is always turning, right? And if your luck is good one day, it might not be good the next day. So, because the wheel turns, and sometimes it's turning in the position towards bad luck, and then sometimes it's turning to the position of good luck. So it's just like the card of life, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here for you, Aquarius, is we've got the Four of Wands, the Star, the Six of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune in our one column. Okay. Now, the Four of Wands is a feeling of comfort, a feeling of home, of uh, building a strong relationship, having that, someone having your back, really, and so, it, I mean, with the Lovers and the Empress here, I kind of get the feeling that you might be in kind of a relationship in which, now it could be with the Lovers, it's a connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love interest, right? It could be a friendship, it could be a family relationship, but I feel there's some cloudiness towards that. And with the Six of Wands also being in reverse, I feel like there may have been a situation in which you weren't recognized in some kind of way, or you felt like you were being put on the back burner, perhaps. And so now the situation with this relationship is kind of cloudy for you. However, with our Empress here, I feel that you're not ready to give up. Okay, you still want to put your motherly resources, that you want to care for this relationship. You're not quite ready to throw away what you guys have built here. We have the Nine of Cups up at the top, and for me, nines are kind of like the ending, right? That's kind of like you've received everything that you want, and and this person fulfills you. This person makes you feel, gives you that feeling of wholeness. And just be and this hiccup here, I would hate to see it throw away what you guys have built. I would hate to see, because what the cards say here is that you're, you don't have the same clarity that you used to have, uh, but that connection is still there. Now we do have the Hermit in reverse. So we've got the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, which is also great, but we also have the Ace of Wands down here. And so I'm still sticking with my initial interpretation, or what I said before. With our Knight of Cups here, I feel that the best course of action is to fight for this, to be that knight in shining armor, to take action in expressing this muddiness that you're feeling, whatever it is that happened that kind of has put a damper on the luster of this relationship. I need you to express yourself. And the Ace of Wands in reverse is also telling me that you're kind of stuck and you're kind of unsure of the course that needs to be taken. But overall, I do see, and oh, I didn't talk about the Hermit. With the Hermit being in reverse, I'm seeing that you're not going in and seeing your contribution to this. And there needs to be some self-reflection before you ride off onto this horse and try to fix things, right? Because with every relationship, anytime there is a hiccup, a muddiness, something goes wrong, there are two energies being put into this, and There are two energies that are going to have to get you out. And so each one of those energies is going to have to kind of take stock and take responsibility to see what it is that they need to bring this relationship back to what it was. So it takes two to tango, right? And I think if you do that, you know, you've got the Nine of Pentacles upright, you know, you can go ahead and bring this to full happiness, to bring it back to the state of what it used to be. And right now it's in this realm of the emotion. Okay, it's still in this realm of emotion. It needs to be brought in to the realm of the physical of where we're living. So you need to get these emotions out so that there can be an equilibrium again. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you from the Messenger Oracle, and I'm just going to give you a little bit more advice. Though I think that reading was good. I think that was some good advice for you, Aquarius. Let me know if that resonates for you. And if you know someone who can benefit, you know, whether or not they have a placement in Aquarius. They do have a house in Aquarius. And so this might resonate. All right, let me do my little split here. I already did that though. But I like to shuffle. And as I say that, that was the worst shuffle in my life. One more. This deck is a little hard to shuffle. I think it's a newer deck, so I haven't really broke it in, but it kind of has this finish. Oh, a new day dawns. Look how pretty that is. That is an amazing dragon. Wow. All right, let me read what that says for you. Page 16. Today is a new day. When the dawn comes, an opportunity to begin again or embrace something new. Create what you wish to create. Become the person who you dream of being. Do not allow your doubts or fears to hold you back, for this day is bright with hope and good fortune. Go forth and greet it with a smile upon your lips and joy in your heart. Oh, I think that is so great. You know, we create our reality. Ooh, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. We create our reality. And if the reality that we want to live in is this monkey gunky, you know, this person did this to me, you know, if that's the reality that we want to live in, that's where we're going to stay. But if you want to get out of this reality and back into the Nine of Pentacles reality, back into the Nine of Cups reality, I think you're going to have to take charge of this and find a way to move forward, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for spending some time here with me. Please, if you know anyone who can benefit from this message, share the video. And I would appreciate you letting me know how this resonated with you in the comments. Okay, so I will see you next video. Take care.